until disproven by facts.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's more a case of that it remains true until it's superseded by a different model.
Absolutely, yeah.
And all of this GOE stuff quite influenced by the premise of the dispute objects in space and time. And that whole notion doesn't reconcile very well with quantum dynamics.
It's interesting that one of the other things that we're developing is an atomic simulate. It's a simulate for magnetic fields and atoms, yeah. And it's a real blue sky project, but we rely very heavily on simulation when we're designing systems. But the simulation is modular, real world simulation. So we started to model just the magnetic field of say an iron atom or something, yeah. And first of all, we use the Bohr model. Yeah, the atom doesn't exist, or they can't work. But secondly, when you begin to look at electrons and Heisenberg's uncertainty principle, you find that the quantum world is an awful lot weirder than perhaps you want to know. So it's all about probabilities and stuff. But again, a fascinating exercise in that are really particles or these things waves, and very difficult to answer.
See, it's really how classical world is emerged from biological organisms. The biological body and looking out. It gave us this notion of space and time and objects in space and time, whereas it had actually come from the conscious level. And at the intellectual level, one can get back and see things in the interactive.
Well, I mean, it's a funny thing, because when you start discussing physics, and we really do have two or maybe even three sets of physics. We've got classic Newtonian physics, the things that engineers hit nails and hammers and so on. And you've got the quantum world, which is really weird. I mean, unless you're into it, it's weird, so cool stuff, really fascinating stuff. But what magnetism really is a bridge between the two, because magnetism is actually a Newtonian effect or a Newtonian demonstration of quantum effects. You could argue everything ultimately is Newtonian, but magnetism is very clearly, a link between our Newtonian world and our quantum world. And the quantum world is weird. It's beautifully weird. Absolutely beautifully weird.
Could I just say, my colleague who wrote the book, his brother invested in Steorn, so I do hope that he just to
I don't read the book, but
just come back to the point really. I must say I'm a little bit disappointed that we haven't had more. I mean, really, the presentation here was kind of a sales job. I haven't seen any science. The one bit of science I saw up there, you said you're using console or something as a model. That's impressive. Was it the software? You're using EM modelling?
Yeah, we use a package called Flux 3D Instagram.
Okay, all right. Well, yeah, that's the sort of thing I was hoping to see tonight, and unfortunately, I suppose I'm going to have to wait.
Can I say something on that? I mean, we have to be. We're slightly, and we've always been slightly careful about what we put into the public domain, but for example, I'd be quite happy to offer an invitation for yourself to come in and test some of this stuff in the office, because it's just great fun.
Well listen, I'll tell you, just on a point of information about my background, I used to be in charge of the Film Society in Nottingham University, and I used to go in one of the labs I was, and the lab next door, they were developing this mad stuff, and we used to do the posters in there, and I used to go in there, and the guy used to say to me, "Can you see it?" And I'd say, "No, can't see it." No better this week. And it was meant to be an image on the screen. And 3 years ago, my supervisor won the Nobel Prize for MRI. And that's exactly what I couldn't see. And they could see it. And I'm just hoping, for Jer's sake, that this is not a figment of your imagination.
I was thinking imagination, though.
It really would be great for Ireland if you could succeed, and it's been interesting. And can I ask you to give the lecturer a good round of applause?